Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Lola. I guess it's fair to say that life can be a biatch for every one of us. I, as you, have gone through hardships in terms of career. I have been rejected and betrayed in relationships. I don't have the perfect parents. There are people with huge personality flaws who have done absurd things when I grew up. And I still have bad days from time to time. But one thing is very important for you to understand. Only yourself can pull yourself together and save you from endless negative energy. And the books I'm going to talk to you about today can help you do that. Okay, the first book, I've actually mentioned it before, The Catcher in the Rye. This is probably the classical literature with the most cursing words in it. It's very readable. It doesn't use a lot of fancy words or, complex sentence structure. It's like your friend is talking to you. I love the protagonist. I love him. I just want to be his best friend. The story tells about a 16-year-old boy who got expelled from his school. Then he wanders around in the city in New York before going home and telling his parents about this bad news. So you can see that people can be really stupid, irresponsible, angry when they are young, but at the same time they have the most tender heart. I would like to read this book for you, some chapters. I've made notes, but this will make this video too long. So if you want me to do that in the future, please just type one on the screen so that I can do it, okay? The second book I'd like to talk about. I don't have it with me right now. I read it several years ago while on a plane. I cried so hard. The kind, sweet stewardess brought me a whole roll of toilet paper. Imagine that. Sometimes when you are experiencing depression, disappointment, anxiety, you really just have to let it out. Believe me when I say this book can make you cry. The protagonist has a very miserable life. He had to sell his own blood in the black market over and over again. He's extremely poor, he's somewhat disabled, so is his wife. Bad things happen to his family all the time. Yet, in the end, he's still happy. In the simplest yet greatest way. Sometimes we just have to be reminded that there are people going through much worse shit than what you're going through. Yet they're still trying to keep it together. They're still trying to process it and handle it well. This is surely inspirational. I mean, cry if you need to, whine, be a cynic if you want to, but don't do it for too long. At the end of the day, you have to snap out of it. Okay, the third book, sadly, I don't have it with me right now because I'm always laying my stuff around and I forget about them. It was given to me probably 8 years ago. I never got to read it. But one day, my phone died, I got bored, so I started reading this book. I was instantly obsessed. It talks about how most people always live in the future or in the past. They seldom focus on the exact moment, on the very existence and presence of yourself. The notion is very much like Zen or meditation, which I have always been interested in. 我去年其实申请学校的时候就看了很多学校的官网，就经常看到全球各大最有名、最好的学校，他们都有谈到冥想和正念的重要性。像我很喜欢的一个剧《Billions》，它里面的主人公 Axelrod 也会冥想，有自己的 meditation room。像 Steve Jobs 他也会冥想，就是帮助大家怎么说，有时候你的脑子其实是过度思考了，它会帮你的脑子静下来，让你最深层的意念浮现上来，它跟内观是有很多共通之处的。然后就说到最后一本书，它其实更像是一个 冥想的操作手册，它会教你怎么样去呼吸，怎么样去训练。很想尝试这种不以物喜，不以己悲的境界的时候，我觉得可以向你推荐。正常人还是尤其年轻人还是比较难静得下来去做这些事情的。但很有意思的是，因为我老公，我一直觉得他是一个蠢人，但他第一次冥想他就成功了，他就会跟我描述说他怎么感觉到气流进入他的身体，然后他有飘起来的感觉，他真的就完美的诠释了什么叫大智若愚。那今天的读书分享就到这里了，本来想贴2张图给大家读一读就完了，也不用加字幕是吧？结果又变成了这样，还是挺有意思的。如果你也觉得有意思有用的话，不要忘了给我3连。最早开发音标课就是因为跟美丽中国去合作它其中的一个云南校区，然后呢我的这个在美丽中国的朋友就来告诉我说，他最近跟平台有合作，就是做相关的视频，平台就会捐书给美丽中国，我就觉得挺好的。大家其实我自己也一直在做一些力所能及的公益相关的事情。如果你们身边有你知道并且核实靠谱的特别需要帮助的学校学生，也请私信告诉我。那我们就下次再见吧。